Tired of watching your hard-won peace slip through the cracks? Here's the shocker. Your money, your spouse, even your rest hold untapped power to rewrite your days. Stop overextending, start guarding what's yours, and watch tension fade like smoke. The benefit? You'll live longer, lighter, and loved on your terms. Curious how to turn life's chaos into calm? Listen to the real-life wisdom a retired professor shares below. These mind-blowing tips are your ticket to winning at what matters most. 1. Keep your finances private. Imagine a treasure chest you've spent decades filling, not with gold, but with the fruits of every late night and early morning you've ever worked. Now picture someone casually asking for the key. Would you hand it over? Here's a secret that might surprise you. Keeping the lid shut on your savings can preserve more than just your bank account. It might save your family from turning into a battlefield. Studies whisper a startling truth. Nearly 70% of family feuds ignite over money, especially when it's time to split the pot. Think of a quiet dinner table suddenly erupting into shouts over who gets what, all because the numbers slipped out. It's not about distrust, it's about shielding what you've built from becoming a spark that burns bridges. What if, instead of tallying dollars for your kids, you kept them guessing? Not out of spite, but to let them focus on love, not ledgers. Picture this. A parent who drops hints of wealth might unknowingly plant seeds of rivalry, siblings eyeing each other like competitors in a game no one wins. The mystery of how much can be your quiet power, a way to keep harmony humming. Your life's earnings shouldn't morph into a family courtroom drama. So, tuck that treasure chest away, share only what's needed, and let the rest stay a riddle. You've worked too hard for it to unravel the ones you cherish most. Key insights. Locking away the details of your finances isn't about secrecy, it's about serenity. It sidesteps greed-fueled clashes and keeps your legacy a gift, not a grudge. Ever wonder what else might stir the pot at home? Let's peek into a bond that grows even more precious with time. 2. Cherish your spouse. Picture a cozy evening, the kind where the world fades to a soft hum, and the only sound is the creak of a chair beside you. Who's there? If you're lucky, it's the one who's weathered life's storms with you, your spouse, the unsung hero of your later years. Here's a twist you might not expect. As the kids drift into their own orbits, that familiar face becomes your lifeline, a quiet mystery unfolding anew each day. Why does this matter? Because after decades of chasing dreams, your partner transforms into the keeper of your laughter, your tears, and those unspoken glances that say more than words ever could. Think of a garden. What happens if you stop tending it? It withers. The same goes here. A gentle touch, a shared joke, or even a silent coffee together can water that bond. Surprised? Research hints that couples who nurture this companionship dodge the loneliness that creeps in like an uninvited guest. Imagine a life where every wrinkle tells a story you both wrote. Doesn't that beat an empty room? So, lean in. Treat them like a rare book you're still discovering page by page. Neglect can turn a soulmate into a stranger, but care, that's the secret sauce keeping you anchored when the world feels unsteady. Your spouse isn't just a partner, they're your co-star in this final act, deserving a spotlight all their own. Lessons. Your spouse is more than a habit, they're your haven. Invest in that connection, and you'll uncover a richness that outshines solitude. Speaking of anchors, what happens when the pull of others, like grandkids, tugs at your time and energy? Let's explore a choice that might catch you off guard. 3. Don't overextend for grandkids. Imagine a sunny afternoon, the kind where little feet patter around your home, filling it with giggles and chaos. You adore those grandkids, don't you? But here's a curveball. What if pouring your heart, time, and wallet into raising them is quietly stealing your spark? It's a riddle worth pondering. Studies reveal a jaw-dropping truth. Over 60% of folks like you feel wrung out, both body and soul, when they take on the caregiver role too often. Picture this. You're baking cookies, chasing toddlers, footing the bill for extras, and suddenly your own dreams, like that trip you've always wanted, fade into the background. The mystery deepens when you realize the gratitude you hope for might not come. Younger generations see the world through a different lens, and your sacrifices could be taken as a given, not a gift. What if instead you handed the reins back and reclaimed your days? It's not about love, it's about limits. Say you swap endless babysitting for a quiet hobby or a morning stroll. Surprise! You might find your energy rebounds and family friction fizzles out before it starts. Your golden years aren't a rerun of parenthood, they're a chance to savor what you've earned. So step back, let their parents steer, and watch how a little distance keeps the joy alive without draining your reserves. Key insights. Loving your grandkids doesn't mean lifting their load. Setting boundaries preserves your vitality and keeps family ties sweet, not strained. Now that you're guarding your energy, what about the place you call home? There's a hidden power in those walls waiting to be uncovered. 4. Think twice before remarrying. Imagine waking up to a house that's yours alone, quiet, maybe a little too still. The idea of a new love might flicker in your mind, promising warmth and chatter. But here's a twist to chew on. What if leaping into remarriage is like tossing a wild card into a game you've already mastered? It's a mystery that could unravel your peace. Picture this. You've spent years crafting a life, your routines, your quirks, your cozy corners. Then someone new steps in, bringing their own habits and history. Sounds romantic, right? Hold on. The surprise isn't always sweet. Clashing lifestyles or tangled finances can turn a fresh start into a tug-of-war. Why risk that when you're just hitting your stride solo? Think of it like a favorite book you've written yourself. Adding a co-author late in the story might muddle the plot. Instead, what if you embraced the freedom? Dance to your own rhythm, sip coffee when you please, or chase a whim without compromise. Studies whisper that late-life marriages often wobble, not because of bad intentions, but because two full lives don't always mesh. So, pause. Savor the independence you've earned. The real spark might not be in a ring. It could be in the quiet thrill of living exactly as you choose. Lessons. Remarriage isn't a magic fix for solitude. Weigh the cost to your freedom. Sometimes the best company is the life you've built on your own. With that freedom in mind, let's turn to something you might be tempted to trade away. What's the secret strength hiding in the place you rest your head? 5. Hold on to your home. Picture a storm brewing outside, rain tapping the windows, wind howling like it's got a grudge. Where do you turn? Your home, that steady shelter, isn't just bricks and mortar. It's a vault of secrets only you know. Ever wonder what might happen if you let it slip away too soon? Here's a shocker. Those sweet promises from others to take care of you might mask a plot twist you didn't see coming. Imagine handing over the keys because someone whispers assurances in your ear, only to find yourself adrift, no anchor left. Your house isn't just a thing, it's a time capsule, holding echoes of laughter, tears, and every triumph you've notched. Why trade that for uncertainty? Think of it as your fortress, a quiet power no one can replicate. Sure, upkeep might nag, but picture this, a cozy chair, a familiar creak in the floor, those are yours, not borrowed. The mystery lies in its worth beyond dollars. It's your refuge when the world gets loud. Letting go too fast could leave you longing for a safety net you once held. So, grip it tight. Tell those honeyed voices to wait. Your home's magic is in the roots. It's grown under your feet, a strength you'll miss only when it's gone. Key insights. Your home is more than property. It's your sanctuary. Keep it close. Its true value shines in the stability it offers, not the offers it attracts. Now that your foundation's secure, what about the ties that stretch beyond those walls? There's a delicate balance waiting to be struck with the ones you've raised. 6. Stay independent. Imagine a bird perched on a branch, wings twitching, ready to soar. Now picture it clinging to the nest, waiting for someone to nudge it out. Which feels more alive? Here's a twist that might jolt you. Leaning too hard on your kids could clip your own wings, and theirs. The mystery of independence isn't just about pride, it's a quiet gift you give yourself and them. Think of a day when the phone doesn't ring with their check-ins because you've got it handled, your bills, your plans, your peace. Studies hint that over-reliance can strain love into obligation, turning warm ties into weary ones. What if, instead, you stood tall, like a tree that doesn't bend in every breeze? Surprise yourself. That strength you built, raising them, still hums inside you. Picture skipping the plea for help with every hiccup. Maybe you fix that leaky faucet solo, or savor a meal you cooked just for you. It's not cold, it's freedom. The secret? By not weighing them down, you're showing a love that lets them fly too. Dependence might feel safe, but independence sparkles with dignity. So, stretch those wings. The nest is theirs now, your sky's still wide open. Key insights. Staying independent isn't just self-reliance, it's a way to keep love light and unburdened. Stand on your own, and everyone thrives. With that freedom flapping in the breeze, how do you keep those family bonds from tangling? There's a clever trick to staying close without getting too cozy. 7. Limit stays at your kids' homes. Imagine packing a small bag, excitement bubbling as you head to your kids' place, a warm meal, a grandkids hug, pure bliss. But here's the twist. What if lingering too long turns that joy into a quiet strain? The mystery of family harmony might hinge on a simple rule. Keep visits short, like a perfect sip of tea. Warm, not scalding. Picture this. 3 days in, the couch feels less like a treat and more like a burden. Your kids smile, but behind it they're juggling their own chaos, work, spouses, routines. Studies suggest overstaying can spark tension no one names out loud. Why risk that? Instead, surprise them and yourself by leaving before the welcome wears thin. Think of it like a guest star in a show, dazzling, brief, unforgettable. You roll in with stories, soak up the love, then roll out, leaving them wanting more. 3 days max, it's the sweet spot where affection stays fresh, not frayed. Your presence becomes a treat, not a test. So set that timer, savor the visit, and head home to your own rhythm. Distance doesn't chill love, it polishes it. Lessons, short stays, keep family ties golden. Cap visits at 3 days to preserve warmth and dodge unspoken strain. Now that you've mastered the art of the quick visit, what about those bigger hopes you pin on your kids? There's a subtle shift coming that might lighten your load, and theirs. 8. Let go of expectations. Imagine tying a kite to your wrist, the wind tugging it skyward, begging to dance. Now picture gripping the string so tight it can't lift off. Sound familiar? Here's a secret that might catch you off guard. The hopes you've pinned on your kids, care in return, constant calls, could be weighing you both down. The mystery unfolds when you ask, what if letting go sets you free? Think of a busy day in their world, jobs, kids, bills piling up like leaves in fall. Expecting them to orbit around you might spark guilt, not gratitude. Studies whisper that modern life pulls families in a dozen directions. They're not dodging you, they're just running their race. So here's the surprise. Loosen that kite string. Picture checking in with a quick "love you" instead of waiting for them to fill your hours. You're not cutting ties, you're giving wings. Imagine the relief when you stop measuring their love by how often they show up. It's like planting a seed and trusting it'll bloom without hovering. Your peace grows when you swap demands for trust. They'll soar higher and you'll breathe easier, savoring your own sky. Letting go isn't loss, it's a gift that keeps family light and bright. Key insights: releasing expectations doesn't dim love, it unshackles it. Trust your kids to live their lives and you'll find calm in yours. With that weight off your shoulders, what about the nights that still feel restless? There's a quiet trick to soothing the mind that might just change your days. 9. Sleep easy. Imagine lying awake, the clock ticking past midnight, your mind a maze of what-ifs and whys. Sound familiar? Here's a twist to unravel that knot. What if the secret to a brighter day hides in letting the night go dark? Worries can sneak in like uninvited guests, tangling your thoughts until dawn. But picture this. Instead of wrestling them, you set them adrift. Studies hint that overthinking steals more than sleep. It chips away at your spirit. So, here's the surprise. Tell those nagging thoughts, not now, tomorrow. Imagine them floating off like leaves on a stream, leaving your mind still as a pond. It's not ignoring life, it's saving your strength for when the sun's up. Picture tucking into bed with a gentle rule: if it can't be fixed tonight, it waits. Your pillow becomes a truce, not a battlefield. A calm heart isn't just a luxury, it's as vital as air. Sleep easy, and you'll wake with clarity that sneaks up like a gift. The trick? Let go before your eyes close. Lessons. A peaceful night isn't luck, it's a choice. Push worries to tomorrow, and sleep becomes your shield for a steadier soul. Now that your nights are calmer, what about those grown kids you've set free? There's a subtle way to stay close without crowding their skies. 10. Focus on what matters. Imagine a garden you've tended for years, flowers blooming, paths winding, a little wild in spots. Now picture stepping back as new gardeners take over. Tempted to hover? Here's a twist that might spark a rethink. What if fussing over their every move is like pulling up their roots? Your grown kids are planting their own plots now, and the mystery lies in this: they don't need your shovel anymore. Think of a call that's warm but brief. "How's your day?" instead of digging into their choices. Studies suggest meddling can stir resentment, not connection. The surprise, less worry about their lives, might just stretch yours. Picture letting their decisions, jobs, loves, messes, unfold like a story you don't rewrite. It's not neglect, it's trust. Focus on what counts: a quick laugh shared, a check-in that says, "I'm here," not "I'm in charge." Your energy stays yours and their freedom blooms. Life's too fleeting to chase their shadows. Tend your own patch instead. Lessons. Zeroing in on what matters means less meddling, more meaning. Step back, stay warm, and watch longevity sneak up on you. With your garden in balance, what about those days when your body whispers, "slow down"? There's a quiet signal you might be missing that holds the key to staying strong. 11th. Rest. When tired. Imagine pushing through a long day, legs heavy, eyes drooping, like a car running on fumes. Ever wonder what's at stake if you ignore that hum of fatigue? Here's a jolt. Treating your body like a machine could land you in a costly pit stop, the hospital. The mystery isn't why you're tired, it's why you'd keep going. Picture this: you're hauling groceries, shrugging off a twinge, popping a pill to mute it. Then, surprise, your strength unravels faster than you'd guess. Studies murmur that pushing past limits doesn't prove grit, it erodes it. What if rest was your secret weapon? Imagine sinking into a chair, letting the world wait, and waking fresher than you dared hope. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Think of your body as a trusty old clock. Wind it too tight and it jams. Ease up and it ticks longer. So, when that yawn creeps in, don't fight it, honor it. Rest isn't a luxury, it's your lifeline to dodging bigger breakdowns. Lessons. Listening to tiredness isn't giving up, it's gearing up. Rest when you need to, and you'll sidestep a steeper price down the road. Now that you're tuning into your own rhythm, what about those savings you've guarded so well? There's a delicious twist coming about how to savor them. 12. Enjoy your savings. Picture a jar of candies tucked away, years of saving, each piece a reward you've earned. Ever wonder why you're still stashing them instead of popping one in your mouth? Here's the delicious secret. Those savings aren't just for emergencies, they're for delight, and the surprise is, now's the time to dig in. Imagine skipping the thrift habit you've worn like a badge and booking that trip you've daydreamed about, or savoring a steak just because it smells like heaven. Studies hint that folks over 60 often cling to frugality out of instinct, but life's too short to hoard joy. What if that nest egg isn't a fortress, it's a ticket to living? Picture treating yourself without a whisper of guilt. Your labor deserves a cheer, not a lockbox. The twist? Waiting too long might mean missing the sweetness altogether. So, unwrap that candy, spend on what lights you up. You've built it, now bask in it. Lessons. Your savings aren't a museum piece, they're your playground. Enjoy them now, and let life taste as good as it should. With that treat in hand, what's the one thing that makes every moment richer? There's a quiet cornerstone waiting to lift it all higher. 13. Prioritize health. Imagine a tree standing tall, branches swaying, strong because its roots run deep. Ever wonder what keeps it thriving? Here's the hidden spark. Health isn't just a bonus. It's the root of everything worth having. Picture this. You're skipping a meal, skimping on sleep, brushing off a checkup, thinking you'll bounce back. Then surprise, your energy wilts and the family you love feels the shade. Studies murmur a truth. Good food, solid rest, and a cheerful spark aren't luxuries, they're your lifeline. What if tending to yourself was like watering that tree? Imagine swapping late nights for a cozy bed, or a brisk walk for a couch slump. Small moves that bloom into vigor. The mystery? Neglect it, and even wealth or wins fade to grey. Prioritize health, and every laugh, every sunrise shines brighter. It's not selfish, it's the gift that keeps your whole world green. Lessons. Health isn't an extra, it's your anchor. Nurture it with care, and you'll stand strong for yourself and those who lean on you. Now that your roots are firm, what about steering clear of tangles that could trip you up? There's a clever dodge ahead to keep your path smooth. From this tapestry of wisdom, the key messages weave a guide for a richer, quieter life. Guard what's yours, your savings, your peace, while cherishing the steady presence beside you. Step back from burdens, grandkids, others' chaos, and hold tight to your own ground, your home, your health. Let go of what pulls you down, expectations, restless nights, and embrace what lifts, rest. Simple joys, a kind word. Fear less, wish small, and savor now, for the years aren't a weight, but a canvas. For you, this could mean locking your finances from prying eyes, not to hide, but to heal family bonds. It's sipping coffee with your spouse, seeing them anew, or saying no to overextending so you can say yes to a morning walk. It's keeping your house as a refuge, not a bargaining chip, and resting when your bones hum a tired tune. Spend a little on a meal, a memory, because you've earned it. And health, that silent root, deserves your care. Speak gently, skip the small talk, and let the days unfold without chasing shadows. These aren't rules, they're lanterns lighting a path to dignity, calm, and a life that's deeply, truly yours